Hi, I'm your host, Amy Walker. Welcome to the CEO Spot. Today, I am talking with Kellen Kautzman about digital marketing trends for 2019. So if you are looking to get more visibility online, you're looking to get more leads, and you want your business to rock this year, then this is the place to be. Kellen, we're so excited to have you on the CEO Spot. Welcome. Thanks for being with us.
Walker, it's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So Kellen, before we jump into all of your ninja digital marketing tips and tricks and secrets, I want to make sure that we give you a proper introduction and welcome you to the show. So Kellen is a serial entrepreneur, as so many of us are. He is the founder and operator of Send It Rising, where he manages business development and strategy for more than 30 clients while overseeing a team of over 20 internet marketing professionals. So digital marketing is his game. So he got his bachelor's degree in Spanish, a master's degree in education from the University of Minnesota, and then began his professional teaching career. And after 5 years of teaching, he got the itch to start blogging in 2007. So he became an early player in the practice of SEO, and he began blogging for BrightHub and associated content. And then he later served as the director of operations for Advise Media Group. So he definitely knows his SEO. He definitely knows his online marketing strategy. And I am excited. I always love to get into the tips and trends of digital marketing because guess what? It's trendy and it changes. And if you're not paying attention, you are the person who is still tagging 25 people in your Facebook post, even though Facebook hates it, and so do the 25 people. It's like wearing pegged pants anytime after the year 1994. And so we've got to make sure that we are on trend and that we're really rocking our businesses this year. So Kellen, welcome. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Amy, it is good to be here. Can we start with YouTube? There's something I've been talking about a lot in the keynote stuff that I do, which is every word that we're saying right now, because it's going up on YouTube, is auto captioned. And what that means is when, we have this conversation, because it's in English, when, Amy, you upload this to YouTube, it takes about 3 to 4 minutes. But in the back end where you're editing the video, if you click on the little CC, what you'll see is English, and then in parentheses, it says automated. And if you click on that, it'll be every word we just said. And so we're 4 years into Google's artificial intelligence rocketing rolling. It's called Rank Brain, and it is the dominant ranking factor in my opinion. And so what this means is the boldness to have moments like the one we're having is kind of the new SEO. It is the new internet marketing. A lot of people, especially business owners, feel that the idea behind their business is what should count the most. And I'm making the argument that it's your face and your voice expressing that idea that matters the most. In junior high, the first time we got up and started doing some public speaking with any legitimate length, I think a lot of people have a lot of insecurities and fear, and the perspiration that occurs with that is something that we had hoped later in life we could just avoid. Don't make me do that. I don't want to do that. But the reality is we're probably on word count, 600, 700 words into this thing, probably a lot more than that. And the arthritis that would occur if we were to write that amount versus speak it is considerable. And so in 2019, be cognizant that every word spoken English in YouTube counts as written content, because it literally is transcribed by Google. And taking that video and embedding it on your website, write maybe 50, 100 words around it, and you can have a 20,000 word blog. 19,800 of those words are in the video itself.
You know what? That is mind-blowing, because I've been blogging for 6 years, every single week, writing different articles. And I know the amount of time and the energy that you take to create that. And the fact that you could just speak it into existence, wrap some words around it. And I agree with you. I think YouTube is the best place right now to be if you're wanting SEO driven content, because the Google AdWords are so it's like all the real estate has been bought and you're trying to get a spot on the beach, and YouTube gives you this like surprise hidden beach that you can still get to.
Yeah, and speaking in that, so that the fact that every word we're saying right now is auto transcribed should be a light bulb going off in many folks' heads in regards to just not only the quality, but just the massive quantity of words you can get onto the internet. You can think of rank brain as a consciousness that we've never really understood or been able to experience before, because it's global artificial intelligence that directly affects small business. And so how you rank in Google is in many ways directly corresponding to your input into YouTube. And if we don't do it online, it doesn't count. So the consciousness is only able to see things as they make their way online. And so looking at previous generations, we can see, you know, with I was just at my Taekwondo class the other day, and I was talking to one of the students there, 16. I said, "Oh, can you share this video that we just made on Facebook?" She said, "I don't have Facebook." I'm like, "Snapchat?" She's like, "Yep." "Instagram?" "Yep." "No Facebook." And so what kids of her generation are doing is just massive uploading of content, just constantly. Mm-hmm. And if as business owners, if we're in the millennial, Gen X, et cetera, if we can start to think in that way, we'll reap the benefits because we'll be ahead of the curve. But in regards to Google Ads, which you mentioned, pre-roll ads on YouTube are actually pretty special, and it's still a pretty interesting time to play in that space because they are so incredibly, unbelievably cheap. And you don't pay until the person gets to 30 seconds. So the super annoying ads that start before you want to watch a video that you actually want to watch, those first 5 seconds are captured time. There's nothing anyone can do with that. And I can't tell you how many times, Amy, I've seen folks have like a panoramic shot of the galaxy and then zooming in on something and you hit the skip ad button. Meaningless. It did nothing, right? Like, what are we talking about? It's just, it doesn't matter. It's just wasted money. So in those first 5 seconds, Kellen Kautzman said it, Rising Internet Marketing, SEO, social media, pay-per-click, right? So boom, whatever it is that you do in those first 5 seconds. If they get to 29 seconds and hit the skip ad button, it's free. It's still free. 30 seconds or more, you're paying 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, and it counts as a view. So if you're struggling with YouTube videos that are kind of dying on the vine, 50 likes, 12 likes, 100 likes, you can have a $20 budget, 3 cents per view, and now you're into the thousands of views for every YouTube video that you have, which creates a perception that a lot of people are seeing it. And the reality is actually that 8 times as many people never get to that 30 seconds. And so if you get 1,000 views, you can expect 8 to 10,000 impressions. And so if you've written a book, even musicians, like anyone looking for fame or popularity should seriously look into pre-roll ads with Google. They're referred to as in-stream sometimes.
So let's talk about the pre-roll ads, because that's something we've been looking at and really interested in. Are you seeing people using those more to gain visibility, or are they using them in a replacement of the Facebook ads to send people into their funnels?
That's such a great question. I will speak to how I've used them and how we've used them for clients. So I was paid $6,000 to do a 90-minute keynote. And that to me is mind-boggling. How could such a thing possibly transpire? I'm a Spanish teacher, okay? It happens by, one, a willingness to do podcasts consistently with whomever, whenever, just get on the air, practice, right? Practice public speaking. And then people need to see what's referred to as a sizzle reel, which is just examples of me speaking, with 10,000, 15,000, 25,000 views on it. That's what they want to see. So what you can do is, if you're trying to, and this is just one example, promote a public speaking career, you have your sizzle reel, which is just, different shots of you in front of people, universities, doing whatever, speaking. And then you dump 10,000 views on it. And then you talk to all your friends. You don't just say, hey, everybody, it sure would be neat if you liked or commented. You individually reach out to people and say, hey, I just edited this video. We worked really hard on it. Could you please hit the thumbs up button? Would you please comment? In a conversation, not an email blast, not a, whatever,
Right.
literally one-on-one. And then you end up with a video with, 30, 40 likes on it, 10, 15 comments, and 30,000 views. You send that video to the person booking the event. That becomes your weapon. You talk about sharpening the sword, well, that's your sword. And then when it comes to getting on podcasts, getting on that sort of thing, you have this incredible tool that lasts, at least a couple of years, and you have to do it every couple of years.
That's genius right there. I feel like worth the price of admission. That is a genius strategy.
It works.
Okay, so tell us. Oh, yeah, no, I can only imagine, because perception is the truth for whoever's receiving it. The way that they perceive that to be is the truth for them. And so if they see you've got a video with 30,000 views, to them, you are immediately exactly who you have said that you are. And I think that's the hard part about the speaking industry is, you know your stuff, you know your material, but the other person has no idea who you are or if you know your stuff and your material. So you're showing them right from the get-go, I know my stuff, and people value it. So I love that. Okay, what other tips do you have for us for digital marketing trends?
So let's move real quick, because I know we're short on time. Pinterest, the same thing that we mentioned with YouTube in terms of auto captioning. Google image recognition, which you can see at cloud.google.com/vision, cloud.google.com/vision. You can drag any image on the internet there, and it'll give you a breakdown by percentage of what it thinks it is. And it's getting spooky. So you can take a picture of an airplane, you put it in there. It doesn't just say plane with 92% accuracy. It'll say Cessna 152. I took a picture of my friend Abhi Golhar, who's a radio personality in Atlanta, threw it in there.
I had Abhi on my show a few weeks ago.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'm going on his show in a few weeks. Yeah.
That's great. If you're on West Coast, you have to wake up at 5 a.m. I know that to be true. If you have
to drive through Atlanta traffic, you also have to wake up at 5 a.m. So
yeah, right. Good times. So I put Abhi's face in there, and it said Abhi Golhar. You put my face in there, it says Send It Rising. So it's really, really getting interesting in regards to how the artificial intelligence views individual images. And what this means is, if first of all, you take an image and it is actually unique, you're rewarded for that. You take a Shutterstock image, it's been used 72,412 times. Well, okay, now you're one more in that queue. If you take unique images, then you're unique. If you take an image, you customize it, you put it on Pinterest, that image, when you click on it, make sure it backlinks to the website. Pinterest, for some reason, unlike Facebook, unlike Twitter, unlike Instagram, people repin like crazy. And because they're repinning a link, if you go into Google Webmaster Tools, referred to as Google Search Console now, you'll find, and I know it's complicated, bear with me, that those links will multiply. So for our clients, we'll typically see Pinterest, 72,412, and then the next one's Google at like 200, YouTube at 100. Like, they're not even close. So if you can get things to go viral on Pinterest, it's a link building mechanism, which will jump your rankings in Google.
Okay, I don't like that one, because I personally don't like Pinterest. I feel like every time I go there, it's all the stuff I'm bad at, and it's so much of it. It overwhelms me, but I am listening. So help me to understand, like, let's give an example here. Some people, I think, they have an easier time understanding how they fit on a platform, right? Like a speaker understands they belong on YouTube. A photographer understands they belong on Instagram. A food person understands that they have a place on Pinterest. But when you have a business who they don't necessarily feel like they're a fit on there, how do you help them to find their personality, and how do you help them to create the right type of content for Pinterest? Like, let's take a random example, a business that you're working with that they wouldn't think Pinterest makes sense for them, but it's totally working for them.
Yeah. So here's the issue. So personal injury attorney. Okay. Every single other personal injury attorney is going to be doing what every single other personal injury attorney is doing. Right. And so I would definitely put YouTube above Pinterest for a PI attorney, but even that is hard. It's pulling teeth. And so, for example, we've pushed forward YouTube for a PI client of ours, and we've done Pinterest because, again, if you're looking at Google rankings, which for an industry like this is the only thing they really want, they're not really worried about Facebook. People aren't going on Facebook to find an attorney. People aren't going on, Pinterest to find an attorney. Sometimes people get confused with me talking about Pinterest because they go, yeah, well, my industry isn't there. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you rank #1 in Las Vegas for personal injury attorney, you're a multimillionaire. It's just going to happen.
Right.
And so if we can build 400 links from Pinterest on safe driving tips or traffic images or infographics, about what you do if you get pulled over, right? These sort of things. Those 400 links are really, really difficult for the competition to get if they're not also playing in that space. So combine YouTube with Pinterest and all of a sudden they just can't seem to reach you. And why is that? Well, because they're trying old school stuff. Like they're trying to guest blog on random lawyer sites, and Google looks at that as link farming, right? They're doing old school things that can actually even hurt them. Pinterest is a legitimate platform, and so in that regards, is a great SEO link building mechanism.
Okay, you're officially the smartest marketer I've talked to in a long time. So I'm super excited to get to know a little bit more about you and get to deep dive into your content. What, if you had one piece of advice to give to people who want to jump into digital marketing this year and they're overwhelmed going, okay, I get that you're super smart and some of this is going a little over my head. What's the one tip for where they should get started?
I love having individual conversations because there's so much more value to that to me. So Kellen at senditrising.com, Kellen at senditrising.com is my email address. Emailing me directly and saying, hey, Kellen, I'm doing an eyelash company and here's where we're moving. Like that's a much more fruitful conversation to me. But I appreciate the question and thank you so much for your compliment. You're super duper nice.
It's true. I'm not even exaggerating. I talk to a lot of business owners and some of the people that I talk to, I'm like, yeah, that's good. One or two things. You're blowing my mind. Like every word that comes out of your mouth, I'm like, that's genius. And I totally understand why that works. So you're blowing my mind here. It's not even a hyped up compliment. It's true.
I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So I wrote a book called Everybody's Doing It, Advertising Redefined by Kellen Kautzman. And so that's a good start. There's 100 and some pages on my head in there. But I would say that exactly what you and I are doing right now, Amy, this is what you need to practice. I host something called Entrepreneurs Assembly where entrepreneurs come in. We have this beautiful room at the United Way of Southern Nevada building, Sam Boyd room. And everyone public speaks. It's you don't have to, but we really encourage it. It's like, get up here and talk about your business. If you can't do 60 minutes on it, do 60 seconds, do 30 seconds, like talk to me, get past the pitch. Everyone is so stuck in this. Hello, my name is Kellen Kautzman. Send It Rising is an internet marketing company. We do web development and WordPress. It's like, nobody cares. You have to get to a point where you're telling a story. And then that is where you're going to get folks engaged. And so I would say, storytelling is kind of a stupid buzzword that drives me crazy. Get on podcasts, get comfortable with your face in front of folks, and produce video content that you're proud of.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. So tell them again, one more time, where they connect with you. What's the email address?
Yep. So if you can remember, Send It Rising. Go to senditrising.com. My name is Kellen Kautzman. Just Google me. Last name is K-A-U-T as in Tom, Z as in zebra, M-A-N, Kautzman. And then shoot me an email. I will respond. I always respond to everybody. It's Kellen, K-E-L-L-E-N at senditrising.com, senditrising.com.
Awesome. And I got to say, this is one of my favorite episodes, partially because I just love the geeky details of business and how to make it work. But gosh, you have so many innovative, great ideas and just you get this. So I'm excited. I'm going to go back and take notes and reread, and I'm going to email you as well. So for those of you who are watching, reach out. Like, honestly, I'm not joking when I say this. I talk to a lot of internet marketers and a lot of digital marketers and a lot of people just who get marketing strategy in general. I do a lot of marketing strategy, but these are really specific details that I promise will work. So reach out and leave us a comment, like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, because we are bringing you great information on a regular basis. So every day of the week, we got new content coming out to help you be able to grow your business and make that growth process and the journey enjoyable. So thank you so much for joining us. Kellen, thanks for being on today.
Amy Walker.
Awesome. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day.